Good morning. This is Dr. Lori Baudino with Collaborative Check-ins, and I'm excited to be talking across the globe to Denmark with Skaaning Jacobsen. He is an educator, teacher, and psychologist with wisemovement.b, which I'm so excited to share with you all about. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So Brian, tell us a little bit about how you use wise movement in your work.
Wise movement is it's the place where I publish all my experience, and I want to let people know about all the things that I think that can make them a better way of living, better quality of life. So you can just go in there and read all my experiences.
Helpful to learn and have those resources, because it's something that not everybody gets taught when you're becoming an educator, or even in the medical world, or especially as a parent. It's not something that we're like told when you're having a children, hey, this is information, but it's so helpful in understanding how to support our health.
Yeah.
What age group do you tend to see as a psychologist?
Well, I mainly see young people, between 13 and 18, and I'm so lucky that I'm a school teacher too, because that gives me the opportunity to meet a lot of young people, teach them and give them good knowledge, and being with them and just teaching them how they can get a better way of living through my teaching. My teaching is not a kind of teaching where they're sitting down all day on a chair. No, they are jumping around, moving around, using all the perception system in the body, the senses, motor skills, and so on, through biology and geology, and of course physical education. That's great to have that opportunity, to have that influence on so many young people.
Right. Do you have an example for those listening? Do you have a story or something that you think of that you use?
Well, in general, it's all about using our fantastic body by all the senses and perception system it has. Just like how a gardener writing about all these intelligences we have, and we have to use them. So that's the main thing. I can show you an example.
Yeah.
This is from math. This one, you see all the numbers.
Yes.
It's tables. Is it called tables in?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
In English.
The math tables. Yes.
This is the 6th table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are cones. You shall imagine all those numbers is from the 6th table.
Yeah.
And every student is going to have one of these.
Okay.
And this is a map, actually. You have to imagine that all those cones is on the field.
Yeah.
So then every student is going to place themselves on a cone. So that could be 48.
Okay.
One of the students, and another one in 24. Then they have to run. The one on 24 is making a mark that he or her has been there, and then he or her has to run to 30, because that's 6 up. Okay.
Yes.
And when he or her runs to 30, he has to watch out not being hit by 2 persons who has a ball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If he gets hit, then he has to turn his paper to the one he got hit by, and that now he's the one with the ball. And the one who had the ball receives this paper and continues. Then he has to get through all these numbers. Yes. And
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
And
you're
actually doing this with the whole class.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's just an example by
yes.
using your whole body to something cognitive learning. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then it gets integrated, and it's fun, and it's meaningful, and it's a relationship. So we're just meeting each other for the first time, but I learned math through playing basketball when I was in 4th grade. And I had so much fun. And my gym coach was my tutor. And so she would say, well, if you're having trouble with math, let's go do something that you love, and let's play basketball and learn math. So I always, from the beginning, I was like, this whole mind body thing just makes sense to me. And, you know, then I obviously developed it into my work today. So it's so exciting that you have a school that's able to receive that, and you're doing it.
So you could feel that there was a connection between the body and how the brain works.
Yes.
Yeah. And now you're good at math.
Yes. And you know what? I'm even better at it when I believe I am, right? So that when the negative talk goes away, which when you pair it with something that you love, it can feel really, really positive.
Yeah. And too many kids are blocked in their head and think they can't do it. Mm-hmm. And then they can't do it.
Right.
So they have to remove this blocking in their head.
Right.
Yeah.
Which to me, you remove it by using creativity and movement, because then you're engaging all the systems, and it feels like, oh wait, I actually know a few things about this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any tips? I know, like, we're in 2 different worlds. Like right now, you're in COVID, I'm in COVID, even we're like, you know, so far away, but anything for you that feels relevant about this time right now, and this importance of the brain and the gut and the whole body?
It has been a very difficult time because my education is from home to my students through the computer, online teaching.
Yes.
And that is very, very difficult for me because there's nobody in it. So that's difficult. But we have started again for the last 2 months physically in the school. So that helped.
Yes.
But
yes.
It is still very difficult because we can't get physical. We have to have this distance. Now we have a summer holiday. I just got summer holiday yesterday.
Yes.
So I have said to my students, remember, get out, fresh air, experience the world through your body, and make your precautions, of course, because the COVID-19 is still around. So yeah, it's a special time.
Yes, definitely.
I will quote Plato,
an
old Greek philosopher, very wise man, lived more than 2,000 years ago. So I have to just read it up.
Please.
In order for man to succeed in life, God provided him with 2 means: education and physical activity. Not separately, one for the soul and the other for the body, but for the 2 together. With these 2 means, man can attain perfection. So that is a very, very clear message for me to send, that we should never forget how important our bodies are. And we seem to forget that today because all these transportation systems, all these screens we have to look into all day long, especially kids, playing PlayStation, Xbox, computers, and so on. So there's a tendency to forget what is the essence of life, and the essence of life is using our body. Our body is made for activity. It is made for using all the senses, using our perception system, because we have to remember that all our body, all our cells communicate all the time. Our nerve cells are communicating, and we have to remember that our brain cells is nerve cells as well. So there's a connection between our brain cells and the nerve cells in the rest of the body. And we have to make that a whole. We have to make that a strong system where we can use all our potentials and competences and all these intelligences. So we have to use our whole body all the time. That's very, very important. Mm. So to all the parents out there, mm-hmm. do as much as you can with your children. Go hiking, let them crawl in the trees, let them dig in the earth, in the soil, and do all kinds of things with them, so they experience the world in a huge scale through the whole body, through activity. Support them, always support them, but not by doing things for them that they actually can do by themselves. They have to learn all the things in this world. So don't do things for them that they can do by themselves. And love. That's the main thing. And I'll also say, as a psychologist, I help people, of course, with physical activity, and because that helps them very, very much, their mood, but also the diet. I give them diet plans, and the main thing there is, please eat non-processed food, and mainly plant-based, because that's what's the best for us, just the best for us. There's a connection between these things, and basically most important things is physical activity and a good diet.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Brian, it's so incredible. I think I mentioned to you through emails that I love traveling and having experiences and inviting different cultures and understanding, and just to be with someone so far across the globe and yet so in the same realm of just understanding health and this whole system is just so valuable to me. So thank you so much for talking with me. How can, I know we mentioned at the beginning, but how else can people learn more, read more with you?
First of all, thank you for your kind words, and it's a pleasure for me too. It is very, very exciting talking to you, and we have the same interests, and that's just great. So I think, I hope that we will keep on writing and sharing experiences through this very important matter. People can read about my work, wisemovement.be, and that's where I publish my things.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And thank you.